Welcome everyone. A little change of scenery today. I am sitting out on my back patio and we're going to talk more about the back patio. But what I am here to share with you today is that 2 weeks ago today, I turned 50 and I embrace this age. I love the chapter that I am in. Me and my husband, Paul, we just celebrated our 29th wedding anniversary. We have 5 beautiful and successful daughters. We have 1 son-in-law, 1 future son-in-law. We have a bonus granddaughter who is 11, and we recently had our first granddaughter who was born on our 29th wedding anniversary, and she will be 4 weeks, 2 days from now on Father's Day this Sunday. So I just feel so blessed, and if there's one thing that I don't do is I just don't take it for granted. I'm in such a great place. I'm running 2 businesses that are extremely successful. Thank you for everyone here that watches me, my audience, my clients. This is just a really great chapter, and you don't know when that can change, so I'm just so appreciative. Well, 2 weeks ago on my birthday, my girls and my husband threw me just such a wonderful experience. They threw a surprise 50th birthday party, and it was really neat because they actually took some footage of all the pre-work that goes into getting the surprise ready in a short duration of time. So stay tuned and I will share some of that footage with you. But let me just walk you through what my birthday was like, because again, I was completely blown away. I was so surprised by the birthday party itself and also the gift that I received. And there will also be some photos for you to enjoy. So it was a Friday, obviously 2 weeks ago today, and my husband decided to take a vacation day because our 4th daughter, Carly, was scheduled for an early morning MRI. No worries, everything is fine. She basically had the MRI done because she has been suffering from migraine headaches to the point where they will actually make her sick to her stomach, but her test results came back and everything is fine. They believe it's just migraines and maybe sinuses. So did want to share that before I get too many comments with people asking. So my husband took the day off and I pretty much took most of the day off. I didn't have any clients and I didn't film, but I always have administrative work. When my husband got home more like early afternoon because he had ran some errands, nothing seemed suspicious. And I really wasn't looking for anything suspicious because we already had plans. I already knew that he and I had a 4 o'clock dinner reservation at a restaurant in the county we live in. It's about a 30 to 35 minute drive, but we had a 4 o'clock dinner reservation, just the 2 of us. One of the reasons we had decided just the 2 of us would go is because Kirsten and Tim had just had baby June. Oh, wonderful timing for my neighbor to do whatever my neighbor is doing. Okay, well hopefully you can still hear me. There's always something. Anyway, baby June had just been born, and for them to take her out to a nice restaurant just wasn't something that we were all up for. So him and I had decided we would go to dinner. Again, one of my favorite restaurants in the county. We didn't want to go real far, so it was perfect. We wanted to do an early dinner because we're not real late people, and it was set up where when we got home from dinner, the girls, all of our daughters, and their husband or significant other, everyone would be here. And my daughter Haley, who lives in New York City, she was home for my 50th. So, and she wanted to see the new baby. So it wasn't even suspicious that she came home because we knew with Kirsten and Tim having June that it would tie in that she would have been born right before my birthday. And again, she was born on May 23rd. So she wasn't even 2 weeks old. So Haley wanted to come home to see her. So that was the plan. We go to dinner, we come home, and the girls were going to have dessert. They had already asked me what dessert I wanted, and I'm not a big ice cream lover, but there is a place called Uncle Ray's that does these wonderful peanut butter fudge ice cream pies, and I only have it about once a year, so that was what I requested, and I knew everyone else would pretty much be happy. So me and again, nothing suspicious throughout the day. Paul and I leave to head to dinner. We get a quick photo taken, which I will insert that. We get a quick photo taken out in town where we were having dinner. And we walk into the restaurant, and lo and behold, sitting at the bar is one of my dear friends. She has been in my life since, oh boy, 2009, 2010, when I first started my business. It actually was my very first client, and she worked with me for maybe 3 years with coaching and personal training. And our friendship just really evolved. Her and her husband, we've done many things together over the years. I wish I would have got a photo, but I didn't. But they were waiting at the bar. So that was surprise number one, was our great friends there to join us for dinner. So the four of us had dinner. Paul did say that we needed to get out of there by about 5:30, which was really shortened for the four of us because we have a really good time. But I knew he had the girls coming over to have dessert. So no worries. We had a nice dinner, had a bottle of wine. Him and I come home, and we live in a small association, a small neighborhood with about 26 homes. We pulled into our neighborhood, and you come around a couple of curves. You know, it's very wooded in our neighborhood, especially towards the back where we live. We have a completely wooded lot, as you can see behind me. We come around the corner, and the very first thing I saw was a Harley Davidson. And I was like, who has a Harley Davidson? And I actually thought of my business manager, Haley, because her and her husband have a Harley Davidson. So I said that. I said, Haley and Shay, but I saw a ton of cars. So I knew right then when we came around the corner, there are many people at our home. But the Harley tripped me up, and all I could think of was maybe it was Haley and her husband. Anyway, so, you know, my husband said, you know, surprise to me, you know, because he knew by now I see all the cars out in the street. We pull in, we park in the garage, we get out, and there's a sidewalk right back here you can kind of see. So we came from the garage, walked up the sidewalk, and on our patio was this amazingly beautiful lounge patio set, which is something that I've been wanting, and I'll share a little story with that. And it just, oh my gosh, beautiful. Flowers, candles, the whole thing was accessorized with beautiful throw pillows. I mean, you could tell my girls knew what they were doing. They are so good at this. And standing behind the patio furniture was all of our family members. So my parents, Paul's parents, my sister wasn't here because she's in Germany, but all of Paul's brothers and their wives, my nieces, of course my kids, and it was just, I was in awe. I was so shocked, and it was just amazing. And again, I'll share some footage, because what I love is the girls, they filmed while Paul and I were at dinner. So they were filming some of what was going on to prepare for the party. So we had a fun evening. They had food, we had lots of beverages, the guys played bags, we had a bonfire going, and it was a pretty late night. I believe we didn't turn in until about 11:30, and I had a really good time. You'll see at the end of the clip, I had a really good time. We all did. So the weather was perfect. It was just amazing. But yes, I was completely shocked. And even the girls had asked me, you know, Mom, weren't there little things that threw you off? And I said no, and I really wasn't looking for anything to happen, but we just recently sealed our patio, and the girls thought, did you think it was kind of weird that Dad sealed the patio? But we seal it every other year, and we were due, and we typically do it at the beginning of the year before we put all the patio furniture out. So that didn't trip me up at all. And we also are hosting a party 2 weeks from today, or 1 week? 1 week, I think. Yeah, I think it's 1 week. I don't know. We're hosting a party for family coming home from out of state or out of the country. So we also have been doing things to prepare for that. The other thing that took place earlier in the week, maybe on Monday, the week of my birthday, was my husband Paul and my son-in-law Tim went and got a cord of firewood. And everyone said, did that throw you off? Like, why did they go get wood on that day. Well, that didn't throw me off either, because every year they go get a truckload of wood, and then we divide it up between our home for our fire pit, and then Tim takes the rest home for his fire pit. So nothing tripped me up, even to the fact where the garage wasn't cleaned up. Even when you come into our garage, you know how outside of your door there's always shoes, it gets really messy? Well, typically if we're going to be hosting, we clean up that area because a lot of traffic goes through there. People don't use our front door. They're going to go through the garage or the sliding glass door to use the restroom. Paul didn't clean any of that up. So there was just nothing that I could think of, even after the fact, that threw me off. So they did an amazing job. There were some caveats. McKenna ended up getting a flat tire about 30 minutes before we left for dinner. Her and Bobby were out and about, and evidently they got a flat tire, and you know, there's nothing we can do. So Bobby just had to change, sorry, now we have more noise with the airplane, but Bobby changed the tire. I guess they got it all taken care of. We were on our way to dinner. There was nothing that we could do. But we did find out later on that a lot of little things happened. The girls went to the nursery and bought me a magnolia tree. It's over here. You can kind of see a little bit of the leaves. That's the magnolia tree. Well, McKenna and Haley tried to get the tree in the back of McKenna's vehicle, which she has. It's like a mid-size vehicle. I guess it was not working. They tried everything. Then they ended up having to call my dad so he could drive out with his truck to pick it up, because they couldn't have Tim pick it up because Tim and Kirsten had stored all the new patio furniture in their basement, and Tim had it in the back of his truck ready to get down here as soon as I left so that they could set everything up. So basically, Paul and I left for dinner at about 3:20. All the kids came here immediately after. They had to clear the patio furniture that we had, which is a table. They had to clear that off the patio, put that away. Then they had to completely put up the new patio set, decorate it, cook all the food, do everything, get ice, start the bonfire. I mean, it was one thing after another for us to arrive at 6 o'clock. We pulled in at 6, so they basically had 2.5 hours to put this whole thing together, and it was just incredible. So I just wanted to share. This video is going to be a keepsake for me, because I will never remember this birthday party happening and how much my family put into it. Going back to the patio set, so I really wanted to do a patio set that is more where you sit down, like chairs and a lounge versus a table. We never really eat outside unless we're having a gathering, and I can always get tables for that, but I just want something that we can enjoy sitting and relaxing. And I want to say back maybe around Mother's Day, or even sooner, maybe Mother's Day, I kept telling my girls that I want to get a patio set, and I wanted them to help me look for something. Well, I really felt like they all dodged me, if you know what I mean. They dodged me every time I brought it up. And I even had different magazines like Pottery Barn, Front Gate, and no one was helping me. And I actually felt a little frustrated, because a lot of times we will help each other when we're trying to make a big purchase, like a furniture item. So I was a little bit frustrated, but it makes sense now why they were all dodging me. I had no contribution whatsoever in the selection that they made. I guess that was quite an ordeal as well, because you're trying to get all of the sisters to agree, which they all do have similar taste, but still there could be little things. For example, Kirsten and McKenna went shopping. Well, the day that she went into labor with June, which would have been on Saturday, May 22nd, Kirsten and McKenna were at Target buying throw pillows for the lounge set, and when Kirsten got home from shopping, her water broke, and then the next morning Junebug was born. Well, anyway, when Haley came home from New York and her and McKenna went shopping on my actual birthday. So they actually were shopping on my birthday because that was the only time Haley was available, and she was working in between. She was in the car on her computer working. And McKenna took the day off, bless her heart. Bobby had the day off. Kirsten and Tim are off from maternity leave, but Carly actually went into work after her MRI. But Haley ended up not liking the pillows and wanted to buy all new pillows, so off they go to TJ Maxx in Target, I believe, and they're buying new pillows. So last I knew, Kirsten still had pillows in her trunk that she needed to return. They've been returned by now, but that's what happens, and I just love hearing the story. I mean, I love the whole tree story. I mean, literally, there is a part of that magnolia tree where you can tell it went through the ringer. And then them having to call my dad, Grandpa Bob, can you come and we bought a tree, come pick it up. 35 minutes away, by the way, and then bring it to the house. So, but everything was beautiful. It was a wonderful surprise. I'm going to share the footage, and I'm going to end with it here, and there'll be some photos as well, so you can see the wonderful patio set. The girls are amazing. My husband is amazing, and I just really wanted to share with all of you. So thanks for sitting through this, and enjoy. We just checked your location. You're 24 minutes away. 24.
Mom, you're so close. I can't wait to see you. Pour it up, pour it up. Oh, CJ's gonna get a big one.
We're getting ready to surprise you. We're so excited.
Oh, you talking to your mom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're so excited.
Oh, and then the mom.
We're setting everything up right now.
You can take it out.
You can see what we're working on. Whole team effort. See you soon. You Woo! Happy 50th!
Okay. So we're ending the night.
We ended. Ooh.
What?
An awful angle.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We ended.
Sorry, I'm not gorgeous.
We ended embracing 50. We ended embracing 50.
So we had a great night.
We had a great night celebrating 50 years of this hot mess.